Hello guys, welcome back to another Run Study Lift video. This video is about how to train your focus like a muscle, right? This is me, my morning run, okay? And your ability to focus isn't a talent, it's a muscle that you can build over time. And if you train it daily, you can actively grow it through deliberate practice. Whether it's running, studying, or lifting, trying to build your mind, body, or spirit, a focused interval of time has become one of the most important parts of my day. This skill has helped me in so many parts of my life, but it's invisible, Just like running, you can't see how much endurance somebody has until they do the thing, until they show up, until you see how far they can go on that marathon day. Focus works a similar way. It's something you build quietly in the background alone, when nobody's watching, and that's why it's hard. That's even why it's hard to go out for a morning run, when it's cold, it's wet. But when you want to concentrate on something, you have to be patient, right? I love this quote by Newton. If I have ever made any valuable discoveries, it has been due more to patient attention than any other talent, right? Focus isn't gifted, it's through the patience and the deliberate effort. When it comes to studying, I do a similar type of thing as I try and build these focused intervals, right? And I first got this from the book Deep Work, where he talked about these things called Roosevelt dashes from Theodore Roosevelt. Later written, he talked about how in Theodore Roosevelt's Harvard days, he was very ambitious. He did a lot of things outside, and he needed to have focused period of times with high intensity to get his work done, right? And if you're like me and you want to do other things than studying, this is really important because it's a focused sprint for your brain, right? Just like sprinting full out when you're running, it's saying, I will finish what I'm finishing in less time, right? I want to get from point A to B in less time. I try this, a simple framework. This is also iterating on Atomic Habits intentionality practice that I used, which is asking simple questions like, what am I doing? Where am I doing it? How am I doing it? And when am I doing it? And having a little time block, little notebook where you're tracking when and where you're doing it, very important. But also combining that with the Roosevelt dashes, asking yourself, okay, being clear with the start and end of a task. Very simple example is doing a set of past paper questions, right? That normally takes 2 hours. Cut it in half, set an hour timer, and just get at it, right? Just try and sprint, try and finish that past paper with all your might and all your attention span. Just go crazy, right? And this is an amazing challenge to motivate yourself. Just like lifting, the best lifters aren't the ones who work out once a week. They're the ones who get at it every day, the ones that keep showing up and repeating the same boring lifts, So when I started doing this, when I started implementing this into my daily routine, I realized I can't be on social media. I can't have any distractions. I need to adjust my environment to help me do this, right? And you just have to go and do it. And you'll be surprised how much sharper your focus is and how much you'll miss it when it's gone, right? You'll miss these intervals because they retrain your reward structure to want to do the work. In a world at the moment, as we're just talking about with social media, that's built around distraction, that's trying to exploit your attention span, having the patience to just say no, this is my life. I want to do these intervals, even if they are a bit trivial at the time, they'll add up, right? Just like compound interest, they will add up. Just like going for runs and then suddenly you're doing a marathon, they will add up until the time when you look back and you think, thank God I took that sacrifice. And it only happens through a patient attention span, through repetition, through small deliberate intervals on a daily basis, like running, studying, and lifting. And I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your week, and I hope you try a focus interval into your day and protect them. Train your focus like a muscle. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.